Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah!
We got it! We got it!
New 52 booklet.
Somebody clip this.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Comics League. I'm Jared, and today we are going to discuss the problem with Batman. But before I get into this, I kind of want to address the elephant in the room. Yes, we lost Comicstorian last weekend, and we'll be doing a full-on tribute to him on Comics League Dark this week. So be on the lookout for that. But I kind of wanted to get back to recording videos because it's kind of like my escape. So I kind of just wanted to go in on that. So I'm doing the problem with Batman, and here's the interesting thing about this. When you look at Batman, he suffers from similar issues, pun intended, that Superman goes through, but I figured he has a couple of additional ones. Like, first off, and this is an issue that Superman has as well. So issue number one is same story over and over and over again. What I mean by that is I look at the way Batman stories have gone the past few runs. You have Scott Snyder, people take over Gotham. Tom King, people take over Gotham. James Tynion, people take over Gotham. Zdarsky, a robot takes over Batman, then takes over Gotham. So I'm like, the same thing over and over and over again, but DC doesn't realize by doing the same story over and over and over again this way, it makes Batman look like an ineffective superhero because it's basically like, wait a second, you can't stop the city from being taken over once, not once. It's kind of it's odd in that sense when you think about it. Number two is the issue that's uniquely Batman is the Bat God thing, and it's the idea that Batman can solve anything with prep time. And here's the problem with that. Because so you may be wondering, what's Bat God? And Grant Morrison is the one that I think is really responsible for this. And no shade to Grant Morrison, because what they were doing in their run was fantastic. I doubt they intended this. So I think about back. So in the Grant Morrison era of writing comics, for one thing, their Justice League run, Grant had it where Batman had a plan for everything. He had all these gadgets that could solve any problem. He was the Justice League secret weapon, if you will. Plus, with the Wade when Wade came on the book to fill in some stuff, you had the contingency plan story, the Tower of Babel. Then with Bat God, it got really bad. I think literally the worst example of Bat God, and it's a modern story by Chip Zdarsky, and you guys probably know what I'm talking about, is when Batman is blasted into space, survives with his mouth being exposed to space first off, and his body, because I'm pretty sure the bat suit, to move the way he does, the bat suit is not built to withstand space, but regardless of that, he burns into the freaking atmosphere. What? I get that this is comic books, but Batman's still a dude in a suit. He wasn't in a spacesuit, and even if he wasn't in a spacesuit, actual astronaut suits that are designed to survive in the vacuum of space cannot survive re-entry. So what the hell are you doing, dude? So it really gets ridiculous to that point, and it's like, okay, wait a second. So Batman can solve literally every issue, every problem. He could beat Superman and the Flash. He really can't. Because here's the problem. Superman and the Flash are fast enough that before Batman can even move to execute his contingency plans, boosh, he's gone. Or he's incapacitated. You even saw in BVS when Batman is fighting Superman, Clark goes,
Stay down! If I wanted it, you'd be dead already.
Then you get into the fact that that Batman fans ship him with literally everyone. And this is a problem when it comes to like Bruce Timm and the DCAU, because it's like Wonder Woman, Zatanna, Batgirl. For some reason, DC writers like Batman being flirty and shipping with almost every female character. And I'm like, I get that you like Batman, but I'm sorry, this is ridiculous at this point. Then my last point, number 4, is he's overprotected. And here's what I mean by that. And actually, Zack Snyder summed this up perfectly. It's like, because Zack was talking about the Dark Knight Returns with the whole kit killing moment and like in BVS. And he talks about that scene. And he goes, I had people saying, well, you shouldn't put Batman in a position where he has to kill. Now, this is where Zack was taken out of context. What it seemed like Zack was saying is like Batman and Superman are irrelevant because they're not able to kill. That's not what he said. What he actually said was...
And they go like, well, don't put him in a situation where he has to kill someone. I'm like, well, that's just like you're protecting your God in a weird way, right? You're making your God irrelevant if he can't be in that situation. He has to now deal with that.
Yeah.
You know, if he does do that, what does that mean?
Yeah. He's not necessarily saying they have to kill. He's just saying by you saying that they can't be placed in those situations specifically where that is an option, you are making them irrelevant. And that is the point with that. He said you're overprotective of your God. And to a certain degree, he's right on this. I mean, like this way, every fandom treats their object of fandom in many ways like a religion. And you know what? That's up to them. It's just to a certain degree, it gets a little too far. But I think that's a good place to leave it. So those are my 4 problems with Batman. To be clear, I still love Batman as a character. He's like my second or third favorite superhero. I'm just pointing out some areas that I still enjoy these stories. Don't get me wrong. I like the Zdarsky run. I like the Tom King run. I like all the runs of Batman I've read. It's just there were some respectful and constructive criticisms I have of them. And that should be any run. No run is perfect. And no character is perfect. So stay heroic. And remember, okay, so consider becoming a member because you get these a day early and you get access to the members only live stream that's every Thursday. And one will be coming up actually this Thursday at 8 p.m. So there is that. And then on Friday afternoon at 3:30, I'll be having Gabe Hernandez of Comical Opinions on. And obviously CLD will be a big tribute stream to Comicstorian because let's face it, there's not a single comic book YouTuber in this space that I think wasn't influenced by Comicstorian himself, or there's no like comic book fan of my age group that didn't get into comics because of Comicstorian. So there was, plus I had him on the channel. Yeah, so if you attend the live stream on Friday in the chat, please provide like your favorite Comicstorian memories, maybe what your first video was. We're going to really do a deep dive and really pay our respects to this fantastic individual, great human being, and a better friend. So anyway, stay heroic, everyone. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs to General Zod. Zoe is the Maxibat for life. See ya.